Have you ever watched your cat catch a mouse, stalk it, pounce, the whole performance, and then just walk away without taking a single bite? If your first thought was, maybe it wasn't hungry, that's actually not the real answer. There's a term behaviorists use for exactly this pattern, and by the end of this video, you'll know it. It's one of the most common questions cat owners ask, right up there with why a cat ignores an expensive toy and plays with a box instead. Here are 7 real reasons your cat hunts but doesn't eat, and one of them might mean it's time to check in with your vet. Reason number 1, hunting and hunger are controlled by 2 different systems. Here's the part most people get wrong. They assume a cat only hunts because it's hungry. In reality, animal behaviorists have long observed that the predatory drive and the hunger drive run on almost separate tracks in a cat's brain. A cat can be completely full and still chase down a mouse the second it sees movement, because the trigger isn't, I need food. It's something just moved. This is actually the same wiring behind a cat's obsession with laser pointers and dangling string. Motion itself flips the switch, regardless of what's sitting in the food bowl. That single fact explains almost everything else in this list. But if hunger isn't driving the hunt, what actually is? That's where it gets interesting. Reason number 2, for indoor cats, the hunt itself is the reward. Wild cats hunt because their lives depend on it. Pet cats don't. They've got a full bowl waiting at home. But the urge to stalk, chase, and pounce doesn't just switch off because survival isn't on the line anymore. For a lot of house cats, hunting scratches a mental itch that regular meals can't touch. It's stimulation, not sustenance. It's the same reason a cat can spend 20 minutes locked onto a feather wand with total focus and then wander off the moment it's finally caught. That's why a perfectly fed cat can catch a mouse, look almost satisfied, and then casually stroll off like the job's already done. Sometimes, though, that satisfaction doesn't stop them from catching a second mouse. And a third. The next reason is one most cat owners have never even heard of. Reason number 3. Surplus killing is a real, documented behavior. There's actually a name for cats hunting more than they'll ever eat, surplus killing. It's seen across several predator species, not just cats. And it happens because the kill response gets triggered by movement almost automatically without an internal switch that says, okay, that's enough. Researchers have documented similar patterns in foxes and weasels raiding hen houses. The behavior isn't about greed. It's simply an instinct that doesn't come with a built-in stopping point once prey is available. So if you've ever found more than one mouse left behind by your cat in a single day, this is likely why. Not cruelty, not waste. Just a hardwired trigger that doesn't know when to stop. Not every mouse your cat leaves behind is left by choice, though. Sometimes there's a much more practical reason. Reason number 4, the mouse might not be safe to eat. Cats have a strong sense of smell and taste, and some research suggests they can detect certain unsafe scents on prey. But it's not a perfect system. Mice can carry parasites, and in areas where rodent poison is used, a safe-looking mouse can actually be dangerous. If a cat eats contaminated prey, it can get seriously sick, sometimes from the poison passing up the food chain and into your cat's system. This is one of the reasons vets often recommend limiting outdoor hunting access where possible, especially in neighborhoods where rodenticide use is common. But not every abandoned mouse is about danger. Sometimes it's about something much older, buried deep in a cat's instincts. Reason number 5, it may be a leftover teaching instinct. In the wild, mother cats bring live or half-dead prey back to their kittens to teach them how to hunt. It's essentially prey-catching school, where kittens practice the pounce and the kill bite in a lower stakes setting before their lives ever depend on getting it right. Domestic cats, even ones that have never had a litter, can still carry traces of this same wiring. Your cat isn't trying to teach you anything, obviously, but the instinct to catch, carry, and present prey rather than immediately eat it may trace back to this exact behavior, which actually explains one of the strangest things your cat might do with its catch. Reason number 6, bringing you the mouse may be a form of bonding. If your cat has ever proudly dropped a dead mouse at your feet, you already know how unpleasant this one can be. But animal behavior experts believe cats may treat their owners as part of their social group, almost like a fellow member of the household colony. Bringing prey home and presenting it isn't random. Some experts think it may be an extension of that same caregiving instinct passed down from mother cats, just redirected at the humans they trust. In a strange way, it may actually be one of the biggest compliments your cat knows how to give. And here's something important to notice. Not every cat does any of this the same way. Reason number 7, every cat's hunting behavior is a little different. Some cats hunt and eat every time. Some catch and instantly lose interest. Others hunt constantly but never seem interested in the kill itself once it's over. Age, personality, early life experience, like whether a cat learned to hunt from its mother or grew up without that guidance, and even individual temperament all shape how a specific cat behaves after a catch. Indoor cats adopted young, who never had to hunt to survive, often show a weaker finish-the-job instinct than cats who spent time fending for themselves as strays. Two cats raised in the exact same house can react completely differently to catching the exact same mouse. So if your cat hunts mice but doesn't eat them, in almost every case, it's not a problem. It's just your cat being a cat, running on instincts that go back long before house cats existed. The one exception worth watching for, if your cat suddenly stops eating altogether, seems unusually tired, or shows other signs something's off, that's worth a vet visit to rule out illness. Has your cat ever proudly delivered a mouse to your doorstep? Tell us about it in the comments. We genuinely want to hear the story. If this video helped you understand your cat a little better, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more cat behavior breakdowns. See you in the next one.